these people were.
Two chairs, one room, but a lifetime between. Same dirt on our shoes, different paths we've seen. Louisiana nights, Alabama breeze. Stories in our blood, carried through the trees. You adjust your crown, I steady my gaze. Both been through fire, just in different ways. Truth sitting heavy in the
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Same story, different roots. Yeah. Deep-rooted conversations. Same soil, different roots. Soft rain. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I'm a mama raising mine in a world that loves to judge. Yeah. Interracial little king, but he's growing up with love. They see color, I see purpose, I see blessings from above. Yeah. Teaching character and values, not opinions from the clubs. Yeah. Down to earth, easy on the eyes, but don't mistake my grace. I've been carrying responsibilities while keeping faith. Everybody got advice, everybody got a view, but the people throwing stones ain't walking in my shoes. Love who you love, that's the message that I bring. Real love ain't a headline, it ain't a political thing. Cause when the cameras disappear and all the comments fade away, it's the people in your corner that'll always stay. Same soil, different roots, yeah. Different paths, different truths, love who you love. Ooh. Same soil, different roots, yeah. Being seen don't make you great. Being viral don't equal fame. Protect your name before the fame, cause character's what remains. 20 years served, seen the world through many eyes. From Louisiana roots to deserts overseas and night. Mental health taught me people hide behind their pain. Social media applause can't heal what's in their brain. I'm a straight shooter, facts over feelings every day. Not because I lack compassion, I just tell it how it lay. Love who you wanna love, that's between your soul and God. While we acting like relationships require public eyes. Everybody wants attention, everybody wants a trend, but being in the algorithm don't mean you're really winning. Cause I seen good people lose themselves chasing validation, and bad habits get rewarded by a broken generation. So protect your name, protect your peace, protect your reputation. Cause clicks don't build character and views don't build foundations. Different colors, different stories, different roads through different storms, but respect is still respect, and the heart is still a heart. Truth don't need permission, love don't need approval. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do, yeah, is be yourself despite the rumors. Same soil, different roots, different paths, different truths, love who you love, let your heart choose. Same soil, different roots. Oh, being seen don't make you great. Being viral don't equal fame. When the spotlight fades away, your name is what remains. Soft rain, souls, real talk, real roots, real us. Same soil, different roots.
Yeah, I like that. Emotional a little bit. Yeah, wait a minute. Where did this come from? Yeah, so welcome in. Good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us on this Saturday night, and welcome to Same Soil, Different Roots, where the conversations are honest, the perspectives are real, and the stories behind people matter just as much as the opinions that carry. I am your girl, Soft Rain, and of course, I am joined by somebody who I enjoy having these conversations with, my co-host, Souls of Thought. How you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah. I'm doing amazing. They in the building. Let's get it.
Let's get it. On in. Now, one thing about Souls is he's always gonna bring his perspective. He's always going to challenge the room, and sometimes he'll have you rethinking your own opinion before the conversation is over. So that's what this space is really about: real conversations, real experiences, real understanding. Because when people come from the same soil, their roots can grow in completely different directions. Tonight we got 4 segments for y'all: the icebreaker, the no chaser icebreaker, which everybody should love, and we start the night being honest and unfiltered. We have the divide, where men and women may see things differently, or they might realize that they agree more than what they thought. Of course, we got pressure points, where the conversations people usually avoid, but everybody's thinking about. And culture under fire, breaking down trending topics, shaping the culture right now. So get comfortable, settle into the conversation, and let's talk about it. This is Same Soil, Different Roots. Welcome in, everybody.
Great intro as always. Thank you, ma'am. Y'all, we have a show on deck for y'all tonight. It's so crazy because I think we could have put about 20 more topics in here. Mm-hmm. Y'all already see on the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about MTR. We're going to be talking about Jazz. We're going to be talking about Tukay. We're going to be talking about everything that's going on in the world today, man. And I feel like the West has it all wrong. You know what I mean? And I think MTR is going to try to back that up. I think the West has it all wrong. But we're going to give you guys a great show tonight, as always. Just to let you guys know, we do have memberships going on. The memberships are as cheap as 99 cents. You could join Soul's membership. We already have 7 new people that joined recently when me and Rain were looking earlier before the show. So appreciate all those who have joined. I'm going to have to create a show. Not a show. I'm going to have to create a song for like the memberships. We're going to have to create something special. We're going to create something special for the members. We're going to create something special for the members.
That Soul's been producing.
And if y'all check out the chat, there are special emojis for memberships only. So Rain has started putting some of those in the chat. So you will be able to see the special emojis for people who have memberships. Again, what's that?
I'm gonna go over on the vertical, put some in the vertical.
Okay. Yeah. So like, just let y'all know, it's 99 cents, y'all. 99 cents, man. It's super cheap. And as y'all, like me and Rain were actually talking about it before we came on live tonight, there's a lot of topics I think we're going to start breaking down, and we probably make those memberships only. Membership only topics where we're just having real deep conversations that I think are only for people who really know us. Shout out to Skull putting in the first one, as well as Soft Rain. Y'all look in the chat on the vertical. You can go see it on the vertical. Unfortunately, I can't see it on StreamYard, but the emojis are in the chat, man. Shout out to Soft Rain for getting that done for me. I appreciate you, ma'am. She is the heartbeat of the operation, guys. She's the heartbeat of the operation. Yeah. So we're not going to keep y'all hanging too long. As y'all know, tonight we're going to get right into this thing. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all do all the free stuff. Hit that share button. Keep this in the algorithm. We had a lot of people tuning in at the very beginning. Make sure y'all keep sharing this out. I think this show is going to say a lot. I think it's going to say a lot without saying too much. We're going to move into our first topic of the night, which is our grown folks game, which is called No Chaser. No Chaser is a game that we play. We provide a spin wheel that's going to stop on a certain question, and we either take a shot of our beverage for yes, or we don't take a shot for no. I am on my healthy kick, so I will have a green protein shake shot. I think Rain has some drink in that cup right there. So we will be taking shots, but we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started tonight with the icebreaker, which we call No Chaser. The floor is yours, Rain.
Let's spin this wheel, see what we got tonight. I loaded some extra questions on here, so we gonna have.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's see what we got tonight. Oh, is it a red flag if they still have their ex's Netflix password?
Oh, oh.
Why? No.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get rid of everything. Why you still using his Netflix password? Why is he okay?
You gonna give me your password?
Yep.
Okay, then.
Yep. See, hey, Jen, tell him. Yep. Yeah. See, yes, everybody taking a shot tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, man. You don't think that's a red flag?
What if
Go ahead, Ray. Give your spiel why it's not a red flag. Men,
I'm gonna use it till they change the password. Why not
Rain
use
says
it till they change the password?
She's an opportunist.
Let's see what his next one is, y'all. Oh, let's see. Is being too independent unhealthy in relationships? Is being independent unhealthy in relationships? Is being too independent unhealthy in relationships?
That's a tough one.
I think it could pose an issue from the woman's perspective.
I don't think so. I like my peace. So if you could do everything on your own without bothering me, I appreciate it.
What y'all think, chat?
Trisha said yes. Trisha said 3 shots. 3 shots. Trisha said 3 shots. What you think? I want to hear from Sko. Sko, what you think on this?
Is being too independent unhealthy in relationships? I believe so.
She said it depends on the person's mate.
Okay,
hey, y'all go out there and do your thing, sisters. Hey, I'll pump your gas though. Hey, certain things that a woman should not do, guys. They shouldn't be pumping their gas. They shouldn't be taking trash out and pay somebody to do the yard work.
Yeah, I would be appreciative of that because you know what? Every time I pull up to that pump, I'm like this, like I really don't.
Yes. Sko said yes. He said yes. He said being too independent can be unhealthy.
I think so too. I honestly. Not unhealthy, but it could cause some issues with a man's purpose in the relationship. Like, I think he could start the question, like, why am I here? What purpose am I serving you? You know, I don't know.
Trisha says certain things I do.
Yeah.
Sko answered you right there. He said, yeah, my woman doesn't touch garbage or the gas pump.
Right. Yeah.
And teach your young sons to pump gas too.
Yep.
Y'all gotta start chivalry early with your kids.
Mm-hmm. Opening up the doors, everything. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was standing there at the door until he is love bombing more common today because of social media. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah. I think people don't even think it's love bombing no more. I think people think it's normal.
Expectations.
Yeah. We might can elaborate on that one in the future. We might have to find y'all something for that one. Yeah. Trisha gonna be drunk tonight. You gonna be drunk tonight, boy. Yes, it's in the game. Shout out to the trench. To Trisha, man, shout out to all the wrenches, man. Appreciate y'all being present tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Make sure y'all hitting that like button too. Hit that subscribe button as well.
We got one. We'll do one more for them, right?
One more.
Yeah. Since you add new ones.
Ooh.
I'm looking like I'm gonna see it first or something.
Is it okay to spin the block with an ex if you both have grown? Is it okay to spin the block with an ex if you both have grown? I believe so. Even though,
No. Most exes are exes for a reason.
you think so?
It's very rare to have grown folks who like both agreed to like separate. It does happen though. It does happen. I know
Like,
people
look, this is not, we
Yeah.
see that this is no longer serving us, then why are we still?
But that is so rare though. So rare.
Yeah.
He said, see, nah, we ain't spinning
Don't
no
spin
block.
block.
Yeah. See, the men on the point tonight.
Don't go
She
back
said,
on
don't
work.
go back on work. Yeah. They say you can't put old wine in new wine skins. Hey, if you circling back, that means neither one of y'all have grown. Something to ponder. Everybody who's coming into the live tonight, I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's free. Go ahead and hit some hearts if you're on the vertical. We'll appreciate all of you guys. She said, if you're spinning the block, you were never really over there.
Ooh. Okay, man.
Yep. Do you think spinning, before we ain't gonna spin the wheel no more, but do you think spinning the block is a black person thing?
No.
Or do you think white people, y'all do that? Well, you can't answer, y'all.
I can't answer.
This black adjacent stuff don't be healthy, y'all, for these conversations.
I do think white folk do it too, though. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all ethnicities, all races, probably have done it before. Not everybody, but I think somebody from each ethnicity.
Oh.
Ooh, Jen. She said white
Jen said white people do it more.
All right,
She white. She white.
So say everybody's spin the block.
All right, man. Y'all appreciate y'all, man. We want to have a little laughter, man, before we get into these spicy topics tonight, man.
They spicy too, y'all.
Yeah,
So
they spicy.
stick around.
Yeah. So that was No Chasing. Oh, my boy that came in the building. We got a new member. You know what that means. New member. We're going to play a little music for you, Plug. Don't even worry. Make sure you drop those emojis. Let's get it.
Yeah. Deep-rooted conversations. Real talk. Real roots. Real us. Souls.
Thank you, Plug.
Soft
Thank you,
rain, no middleman between the truth. I can see it in your eyes, you got it. Pain got your heart moving cautious. Different worlds, but the same kind of scars hit. Different roads, but somehow we still crossed it. Mad cause the world never listened right. Mad cause your truth always turned to fight. But every time you...
Shout out to Plug, man. Shout out to Plug, man. We got a new member, man. Plug, I know you my boy, man. So you get to see my beautiful face. If you want to use those free emojis you get now, you get to be able to put souls up there for you. You know what I mean, Big Dog? You know what I mean, Big Dog? You can put the souls up there, man. So shout out to Plug for becoming a new member. I appreciate you guys, man. Oh my God, my boy, Money. What we doing? Let's see. We got something for y'all. We got something for everything tonight. Don't worry.
Two chairs, one room, but a lifetime between. Same dirt on our shoes.
Man, shout out to Plug. Man. And y'all say it ain't good friends out there. Y'all, I got a great one. Appreciate you, Plug. Appreciate you, Big Dog. I ain't never told a lie. In Too Deep said new members, newbies are welcome. Appreciate y'all putting the new emojis in the chat, man. All love to you too, big dog. We got that 1181 tomorrow. Don't miss it. 1181 pressure plays. Shout out to Plug, man. Appreciate y'all putting the emojis in there, man. I can't wait to go back and watch this again on the rewatch on the vertical so I can see all my little emojis. A little self-centered tonight. We're gonna move on to our first topic tonight, man. We're gonna be moving into pressure plays, and this one is very unique. I'm really ready to hear everybody's opinion on this. So this is pressure points. So here on Pressure Point, as y'all see right here, we're going to say why most Black women can't attract affluent white men. This is a white man who I guess he was on a dinner and he really wanted to speak his mind this night. So we're going to go here and hear what he has to say here. This is going to be a very, 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 very unique conversation right here. Let me get this banner strolling real quick so we can do that. There we go. All right, here we go, y'all. Well, we doing this tonight, TikTok? TikTok just ain't gonna play tonight. I'm literally pushing play, y'all.
And speaking of TikTok, I'm on TikTok live too. So
give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get me a rain up here. Maybe I need to refresh this one.
Fuck, they can call.
We don't want her. Yeah, we don't want her. So, yeah. TikTok playing tonight. Let's see here. Here we go, y'all. We got it. We got it back. We got it. Thank y'all for having patience. So this is Pressure Point. It says why most Black women can't attract affluent white men. Here we go.
People are raised to be reserved and not explain what they like. Like for a white person to walk into a room and say, I don't like that, is a big deal. It's a huge deal. For a Black person to do that, it's totally normal. It's normal to say, I don't like that, I like this. White people would walk in and politely say, oh, no, thank you, but they would never say, I don't like it. They don't do that. White people are raised to be reserved and not explain what they like. Like, for a white person to walk in a new room and say, I don't like that, is a big deal. It's a huge deal. For a Black person to do that, it's totally normal. It's normal to say, I don't like that, I like this. White people would walk in and politely say, oh, no, thank you, but they would never say, I don't like it. They don't do that. What?
So if I could bet my dollar on this, Ray, he's dating a Black woman.
yeah,
And he's having a conversation with her right now, and she's recording him.
yeah.
That's what because I don't think this is just a random topic that a white person would have with another white person. Like, it wouldn't make sense. So what is your thoughts about this? He said he doesn't feel that Black women can attract affluent white men because pretty much of the way they come into the room or the way they are, their dominance, I guess he is talking about.
I think that's the problem with white folk. They too reserved. They don't speak their mind. If they don't like something, they don't say why they don't like it, or hey, I don't like that. They just come into the room and they'll sit in uncomfortable spaces instead of speaking their mind. I think Black women have the tendency to speak their mind more often, and I think that people find that offensive. Unfortunately, it's okay to speak your mind, but do it so politely. And I'm not saying that Black women don't speak their mind politely. I'm just saying any woman, period, or any person, period. Speak your mind, but do so politely. Don't do it aggressively. And I think that's where that stigma, the aggressive Black woman comes from. It's because of the way it's being spoken.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that you're disagreeing, but just the way you're disagreeing. Yeah, the projection.
Yeah, he said maybe he needs to find a more quiet and not so dominant black woman. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is just from my experience.
Mhm.
My experience, you guys. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but from what I have experienced, most white men who do choose black women normally pick the ones that most black men don't want. It's kind of the same in inverse, right? Like where people always say, "Oh, black men, why you pick that white girl?" You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. But I seen it a lot, especially in the military. Like you would see a lot of outgoing black women choose the white guy, but it's also it can run down to financial benefits too. Like because I think he made that very prevalent, right? His quote was affluent white men.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Like he's talking about men that have wealth and have garnered wealth. So I think those men tend to go more towards the more dominant black woman. And I gotta say this, if any white men watching this right now, y'all know white men like a lot of weird, freaky stuff too. So they be wanting those women that's gonna be very dominant. Like Lorraine know they want somebody that's gonna be very dominant, like. Yeah, y'all know that's more for like the red room talk, but like a lot of white men like that dominatrix of like, tie me up, 50 Shades of Gray, you know what I mean? Like for real. And they get more of that from the more dominant black woman who likes control. Because I think a lot of white women can be more modest, right? I think shout out to Classy yesterday. He talked about the difference between like humility, modesty, and all that stuff. I think what he was saying that white women are more modest when they step into a room. But I also think it's one of those topics that people always speak about, like we have to stand out when we go in places, or we have to like establish dominance. Kind of like Rain, you would have an advantage, if you walked in a room, which we're going to be talking about in our next topic. We're going to talk about some things. But like I think it's a very unique question. It's just weird. When you sent this over, I thought that was very unique. I was like, who has that type of conversation though?
Yeah, he has to be on a date with a black woman. Has to be.
Yeah. And she probably done heard this conversation more than once, and she's like, I'm gonna record it tonight. I'm gonna record it tonight for real. Because he looked like he very wealthy, and they looked like they had like a 10-course meal on that table.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "No, you was right the first time, Rain." He said, "Facts on facts." Hey, Trisha, though, I'm trying to say the right thing without punching down, because I have seen a lot of white men date very aggressive black women, but that's what I prefer.
Yeah.
Especially like a meek white man, he prefers a dominant black woman to kind of speak up and be the voice in the room, because he's more of a, I'm gonna be chill and not say much. She said white men have a low tolerance for this. Okay. WWE Pro Wrestlers, let's go. Oh yeah.
High tolerance. She said high tolerance.
Oh, okay. She said so she's saying they can deal with this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jen, you're gonna have to give us some information. I know you as they say, blackity black, you could be whitey white. Yeah. So you can let us know. You can let us know. You can let us know. Shout out to Jen in the chat. Trisha said a modest woman in general for me is the best thing. I think most men would prefer a modest woman. A modest woman. Yeah. But yeah, anything else on that topic, Rain?
No.
All right. Well, y'all go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm stepping.
I said we can roll on.
Y'all make sure, Rain usually says this, but make sure that if you're watching this on the rewatch, that you leave a comment on the pressure point topic tonight. I would love to hear other people's opinion, especially when we cut this up. I would love to hear other white men's opinion. I want to hear what some white men got to say about this. For real. Trisha said maybe their tolerance is high because they lack masculinity. That's why Rain dates black men.
Ding. Tristan hit the nail on the head directly. And that's, you know what, that's why you asked me that question and I told you my answer, but you weren't satisfied with my answer.
They knocked me out, y'all. They ain't like that. They ain't like that, Tristan. They ain't like that, Tristan. She still ain't answered the question yet, though.
I have.
She still ain't answered the question though. Why she
okay, we'll revisit it by the next show. I have you a
monologue.
A great articulated answer to your question.
Why I choose black, the other side of the kettle. Into Deep said, oh yeah. Into Deep. I know. Hey y'all, shout out to Into Deep. Make sure y'all go catch his review and reaction to our show.
Yeah,
go catch it. Go catch it. Trisha said, I told y'all masculinity hit different.
It does.
She said there is truth to that. See? Jen and Ray, y'all might got to create y'all a pale horse panel. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Snow Bunnies, man. They're gonna create a Colorado Appalachian Mountain thing. But that was pressure points, y'all. Here we go. All right, man. Moving on to topic number. She said he called us horses. Shout out to you, Collins. Stay around. You'll find out what it is. Might be talking about a lot of your people tonight. From that cat. So we're gonna wrenches. Y'all give them a chance. Give them a chance. Don't snipe them just yet. Give them a chance. So we're gonna move on to our next segment, better known as the divide. So we're moving on to the divide here. On the divide, we're going to be talking about K. Michelle has influenced the masses. Let me say that one more time, y'all. K. Michelle has influenced the masses. My people projecting. We don't know. You got a cat. You got a cat. You got to let us know what your people are. Just be careful, okay? Be careful. We have very powerful people in the chat. He said, laughing my butt off.
Let him stay for a little bit longer.
He good, y'all. Appreciate you, Collins, man. Make sure you hit that like button as well, man. Appreciate you. He said, your people.
And thank you to everybody over on TikTok as well. Thank you to Influencer Weekly KB for the heart me and all the roses and everything. So thank y'all.
Yeah, don't get them, y'all.
Don't get them, Tristan. Let him say.
He's doing well. So we got this young lady that had a lot to say about her response to K. Well, she's not responding. She's agreeing with K. Michelle, which K. Michelle talked about on Club Shay Shay. So the divide is talking about K. Michelle has influenced the masses. So here we go.
A lot of people know more about her interview, and I probably feel like y'all are not gonna like me after this, but I agree with her. She said in an interview, basically, she don't care what her husband does with other women as long as he's not giving them money. And I agree, because at the end of the day, I'm not really big on monogamy, and it's not that I don't know my worth. It's the fact that I know my worth. Like at the end of the day, and I am a very free-spirited, open-minded person, and we only have one life, and I cannot tell somebody they can only be with me for the rest of their life. That is a choice that they got to make, but that's not a requirement to be with me. Because at the end of the day, like, if we get married, to me, a marriage is like a business contract. And I want to know that you're loyal. I want to know we communicate. I want to know that we see eye to eye. I want to know that I could trust you. I want to know at our worst moments, like, you still have my back, because we're going to go through shit. That's what all relationships do. But you doing what you do with other women, that's going to happen. Like, I expect that out of anybody, because we are mammals. We are born on this earth to reproduce, literally. So who am I to tell you what you can and cannot do? Now, if you look at me and you're like, see, I want you and only you, and I want to be monogamous, I'm locked in. I want you to prove me different, because I don't think nobody can be. monogamous. I don't think that, like, women, they go cheat too. They cheat too. Like, men, y'all gonna cheat for certain reasons. Y'all gonna go out here just, I mean, it's nothing like some new. We all know that. A woman, we cheat with emotions. You're neglecting her. She was on her period and you went to the club. Like, we cheat for the most emotional, stupidest shit because we feel neglected as women sometimes. And men, y'all just like to do it. So we all at some point in a relationship, I don't care, will step out on each other. So why are we going to argue about something that is not that big of a deal to me? And it's not that I want a poly relationship. No, it's I am not trying to control nobody. I don't want to control my partner. I don't want to tell them what they can. I want them to live the best life they can. I love them. So I want them YOLO. Do whatever you want to do. Just don't let these bitches have ups on me and don't give them our money. And let's keep stacking. Let's keep progressing. You only get one life. And I don't want to die alone. But it's not really, I don't know. It's not settling. It's not. It's, I know my worth. And I'm not going to settle. And I'm not going to be delusional. And I'm not going to be slow. I'm not going to get embarrassed on the internet. I'm not going to do none of that. Because I know my man and we have an understanding. Okay, he gave you a wet. So what? Whoop-de-doo. We got this over here, this business over here, this over here, this over here. We got shit that ain't got nothing to do with that. Girl, I probably didn't feel like doing it that day. It is what it is. Thank you. You did me a favor. So K. Michelle has a lot of people in the uproar about her interview. And I probably feel like y'all are not going to like me after this, but I agree with her.
All right. So she agrees with K. Michelle. She said a lot there. What is your, Ryan, you got the floor.
I struggle with I said another FaceTime testimonial. Sco said, you know, I'm on the roof of the tallest building with the good millimeter scope. We appreciate y'all for real. We really do. Yeah. But no, I can't share. And I've said this for the last almost year now. If you're going to step out, I don't want to know about it. Don't, just like she said though, don't mess over our family name. Don't embarrass me. Don't let me see it. Do what you do, but I don't want to know. Be clean with it. Don't be messy with it. Don't go out here building relationships with these other women and take care of home. I do agree with K. Michelle when she said don't be spending money on them. If you going out there just to be physically pleased, don't be spending our bill money on these other people. But I think a lot of men tend to, or some men who do choose to step outside, end up building relationships with these other women that they don't never intend on being with in that way. And I think they do that only to get in that position of, I can do what I want to do with this person, or I can handle you any type of way type deal. So at the end of the day, I just don't want to know. I really don't want to know. That's what you're doing. If that's what you're doing.
So she said a lot. And she did a lot. She did a lot of double talking too. She said a lot, and then she did a lot about because so y'all know I have to break this down. So I was listening. She said a few things that stood out to me. She also made a statement about, I want to settle down. I want to be the one. Prove me wrong. But I know this happens, and then she would say, but I also want this. Like she was almost saying out loud that she's settling. But in her heart, she does want a monogamous relationship. With that being said, if you go see her channel on or Instagram,
I've seen that background.
I think it'll be very difficult for a man to trust her. And again, I think this falls into, if y'all watched our first episode, it was called the halo effect, right? So the halo effect is something it's a psychological concept where we tendally assume that people possess one positive trait, in this definition, it will be such as attractiveness, right? They also possess other positive traits, right? A lot of times, because like Rain is very transparent about it. Rain always talks about like the first thing she sees is the attraction of the male. Like she never talked. So like that's just one quality that she likes, right? So that does lead her to hoping that he has other positive traits that go with the looks, right? So that kind of goes into our halo effect. But I think what y'all are witnessing with her also is pretty privilege. And this is something that we're starting to see across social media in general, right? And the definition of pretty privilege, so that In Too Deep can do another video to this. Pretty privilege is the social advantage people receive because they're considered, right? They're considered. That's a key word. Physically attractive by the standards of culture or society, right? And even Tristan said it in the chat. He said, Rain, you didn't tell me that your people were thick like this.
Some of us are.
You see what I mean? So, and if you go to her Instagram, you can tell that she uses her privilege to gain views, to gain. So she has the clearance, right? She has the runway to fly into these type of conversations, right?
Yeah.
Because the dangerous thing about pretty privilege is this. They can be right and still be wrong, or be wrong and still be right. Don't let that go over your head, right? Because they can be right and still be wrong, or they can be wrong and still be right. Because with that being said, somebody who's in their feelings can judge her, right? Oh, nobody want her. But then you can have another group of people like, oh, she thick, she bad. You know what I mean? I ain't know they made her like that. You know what I mean? Like, so like there's going to be one side of the token who takes her privilege, her attractiveness that people considered attractive, right? Because I think, for me, I think it's very sloppy to have tattoos on your neck, a tattoo under your chin. Like that would take away. That would take away from your attractiveness in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I know some men like that, right? Because she gets millions of views on her page. So somebody likes it. But I think with that pretty privilege, she was able to make the statement, but then she was able to squeeze in there her real reality. She's actually seeking monogamy. She's seeking love, but she's using her privilege to say, hey, I know this is going to happen. I ain't worrying about it. Maybe I ain't want to give him none. I don't care if he eat like she gave you all these other explanations behind it to kind of cover up, because she can do that too, right? Because some people might listen and only hear that part of it.
Right.
But I was hearing all the other stuff that she was actually asking for. And then even the hidden of the thigh was unnecessary. So we're going to go to the chat. I think Rain, AT&T is doing their AT&T thing tonight. Jen said, why do they do it? And regardless of anyone says, in your soul, you will know. Yeah, that's true. What's up? I say your name wrong every night, so I'm just gonna say hypocrisy. 2021. I think the reason why monogamy is suffering so bad is because that's polygyny. Polygyny isn't allowed in the same permission to exist righteously. In a Western society. Yeah. He said, peace to the Raw Society. Shout out, Big Dog. How you doing, man? Good night. Have a good night, man. Hopefully you can stay tuned for the whole thing. We got some good stuff coming up in just a second. Jen says she sounds like she has talked herself into this to avoid disappointment. Yeah. That's what I heard too. I heard a lot of double talking. A lot of double talking. Shout out to Yeppy. Shout out to you. Trisha said, that's true. Double talk and chameleon talk sounds the same. Big facts. Thank y'all for keeping the chat alive. Thank y'all. Miles said attraction is only temporary. Date a 9 by the 5th date or after relations, that person is a 7. That is so true, Miles. That is so true. It's Hey Roo. Hey, Rupocracy. Okay, Hey Roo. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, In Too Deep. That is so true. That is the truest thing I've heard. That attraction goes away after like if that person don't keep your attention, that attraction goes away very swiftly. Very, very swiftly. Like you don't even care about the attraction no more. Like one thing could turn you off and that person doesn't even look the same no more. Have y'all ever went back and looked at old pictures of people you dated or seen like old pictures that you probably like kept on your social media or maybe they kept up and like look back and be like, man, I can't believe like this was the person that like really stood out to me. Have any of y'all ever done that before? I'm trying to just give Soft Rain an opportunity to come back. She had to reset her internet, so she will be back. With that being said, man, yeah, I think this is a case of pretty privilege for sure. I think this is a case of I think K Michelle falls in the same box as well. I think K Michelle is able to double talk as she did on Cam Newton and Club Shay Shay. She gave us two different versions of K Michelle, but I think because some people consider her attractive, and if you've seen the definition, consider means it don't have to be the majority, it just has to be enough people consider. So I think K Michelle falls into the pretty privilege as well, because some people do consider her attractive, right? So I think so. And Into Deep Rain is saying yes, because I was saying that sometimes you because Miles said this right here and I thought it was very dope. He said attraction is only temporary. Date a dime, by the fifth date or after relations, that person is a 7. Oh, she froze again. There she go. She's don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. It's okay. So yeah, so I really agree with that. I think attraction does die, especially if that person doesn't have like a good spirit or they rub you the wrong way. Yeah, or they rub you the wrong way. That attractiveness goes away. And I asked them, Rain, have you ever looked at like an old ex or a picture or seen somebody you dating? Like, how did I even fall for that person? And Into Deep said, yeah. Like, yeah. So like, I guess it happens, man. It happens, man. So we're gonna move off this topic while we got this good service for Rain, because we definitely want to get into this tea we about to get into. So that is finishing up. K Michelle has influenced the masses is the number 2 segment, The Divide. So that was The Divide. Tristan said, that's facts. International Skull said, I definitely looked at old pics and was like, that's my work. He's stupid. So we're going to move into what everybody has been wanting to talk about. We're going to start off first with the MTR segment. I think this is very intriguing. I have a lot to say about this, actually. Like, not even just the segment, but a lot to say about what I feel is happening. But we're gonna go here. You need to close your TikTok and relaunch. Okay.
Yeah, I close it out.
And then he said, be worth more than the transaction. That's very true. That is very true, y'all. So we about to get into the big topics tonight. Culture Under Fire is always our biggest segment of the night. This is where we kind of maintain or create our whole thought process of how the show is going to go. The other ones are kind of soft lunches to get people talking in the chat. So again, if you watch this on the if you catch this on the replay, make sure you give us also some comments on The Divide so we can have a further conversation about it. But we're about to move into the Culture Under Fire. So Culture Under Fire is segment number 3. We're going to have a part A and a part B because we're going to be having 2 topics here. We're going to start off with MTR. For those who don't know who MTR is, he is a very, very, very popular streamer, YouTuber, whatever category you want to put him in. He does a lot of great content. I like listening to his content. I like what he brings to the platforms.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's very unique what's going on now, but we'll get to that in just a second. But MTR said something very controversial. He's currently over in Thailand, for those who are following him. He's currently in Thailand, and he's talking about why men don't really feel appreciated in America. He does talk about it more towards black men and black women. But we're going to let him have the conversation here as he walks through Thailand. And he says why men feel more appreciated by women in Thailand. So we're going to let him talk, and we're going to talk about this. So here we go.
And got a little bit of food to eat. I should have brought you guys in there for that as well, just so you could see like what it was that I was eating, the cost of what it was I was eating. And also being in there reminded me as to why I'm in so much love with this place right now. And it is the niceness of the people, the genuineness of the people. I wish I could have showed you like the behavior of like the waitress, right? Just so comforting, so humble, you know, so present, so feminine. Like she's like this big, tiny little lady, and so like overly accommodating. It just reminded me, right? Like when I'm back home in the States, I don't feel that shit, especially in goddamn Atlanta. Shit, most of the time you go up in there, they make it feel bad for asking them for shit. And I know y'all been experiencing that, and I hate to say it. Actually, no, fuck it, I don't hate to say it. The majority of this is the black women in Atlanta. Some of the worst fucking servers. No wonder the black men just be complaining so much about the treatment. Even from a service perspective, it's just fucking terrible. Not all. But the MTRs know exactly the type and the behavior that it is that I am talking about. Anyway, actually, one of the complaints that places in the East like this get, such as a Thailand, is that it's a lot slower. Okay, it's a lot. But here's the thing. I don't know necessarily if that slowness is an indication of incompetence. Perhaps the pace that they are going is the pace that we need to go. Perhaps slowing down, being patient. Thank you, boss. He waited for me to cross the street as opposed to running me off the road. Perhaps the pace of movement is what we need. Stress is one of the #1 killers of human beings because that stress can lead to a wide variety of things. You know, stress may lead to you forming addiction, right? Whether it be a drug addiction or alcohol addiction, which then will lead to something more morbid happening to you within your life. Stress can also lead to inflammation, okay? And that inflammation can lead to a bunch of other health problems, okay? But a lot of that stress is because of the pace, the acceleration, the grind set culture, the get it about the mud culture, the keeping up with the Joneses culture, the, oh, what you got on culture. It's bullshit. The majority of that, even when I was in the States, I was never a custom or a lemming to that bullshit. Most of the time, okay? But anyway, there's a couple of things in the, oh shit, that looks good as shit. Look at it. This one I also love too. All right, you just walking up on the street, you see something healthy, and I'm like, I kind of want to make me a purchase. Hello. You want to say hello? Hi, hi. How do you say hello in Thai? How do you say hello in Thai? How do you say hello in Thai? Sarika. How you say? Sawatika. Ah, thank you. Hopefully I said that right. I'm from New York originally. Yeah, I'm from New York. And I'm thirsty. I was going to get a schmovie. Is that cool? I was going to get a schmovie. Is that cool? All right. Thank you.
So as you see, MTR is currently in Thailand. He's been there for about two and a half weeks. He just came out with another video that I know me and Rain are going to cover later in next week. He's going to be possibly extending his stay. So we're going to talk about both parts, right? Because this, if you notice, our topic of tonight, our main topic says the West has it all wrong. So he's kind of spoke on that as well, right? About the fast pace of how we live here in America, in the U.S., in the States. He talked about just the how stress levels and things of that nature due to like keeping up with the Joneses and the fast pace of life. But I want to start off first with the first comment he made. He started off with the comment about women in the pretty much the restaurant environment that he's been in there, being more patient, being very nice, not being rude. And we have to point out, because he did use a race. He didn't say just restaurants in America. He said, man, those people in Atlanta, man, especially on black women that be rude. And like, he literally pointed out what he didn't like in the race that he pointed out. So we have to talk about it. Not saying that, you know, we're not judging, but we have to talk about that. So how do you feel about that first, Rain, about him speaking about his experiences in Atlanta, for example, where he lives, and him talking about the Thai women compared to the African American women? How do you, or just women in general, however you want to?
Yeah, so when we're in these positions of service, we have to be polite. We're providing services to somebody. So I get the women in Thailand being not overly, but being polite and open to providing services. I think that us in America, we're so used to having those services, like everything at our fingertips, boom, boom. Everything's so like he said, everything's so fast, and in doing so, when somebody's providing a service, you essentially owe me something because I'm paying for my service. And some of those people providing the service, i.e., black women or any other service person, that waitress or anybody providing service, that feels that we owe, as a consumer, we owe them something. And I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong. Those people in those service field positions get it wrong, is that the consumer owe them something. I don't owe you anything. I owe you to be paid for a great service that you should be providing me. You know, so I think that's where a lot of people in those service positions really don't want to be in those positions. You have to have a heart of servitude in order to be successful in those positions, you know, as somebody providing services to somebody else. So, and a lot of people in that industry, they really don't provide great service. They have a funky attitude. They really don't want to be there. And a lot of times, those women who do, are servers or anybody providing a service, they're just there for the paycheck. They're not there for the satisfaction of being a server, being somebody who has that heart, that servitude heart. And in Thailand, I would not I would not want to think that those women providing those services are doing so because he's American and they want him to come back. I'm hoping that that's their personality and how they really treat everyone there, regardless if they're Thai or American or not, you know. So that's
so I definitely agree with what you're saying. And I just want to give you another thought process when you think about like the Thai people, or for those who do know, I did 20 years and I traveled the world. I had a lot of these experiences for the Philippines, Korea, things of that nature. With that being said, these other countries are also in a rat race. It just looks a little different, right? With that being said, right, American male like myself could go over to Thailand, get me a woman who seems like she does everything right, cater to you, rub your feet, rub your back, make you all your meals every day, doing everything for you, right? Then you can get that lady back to the States, and she starts to see that it's a million souls. And it looks a little different, guys, because this is what we see in the military a lot, especially officers. When I was in the Air Force, a lot of Air Force officers, like doctors and all the lawyers and all that stuff, they would go overseas and they would come back with a Filipino or a lady from the Philippines or a lady from Thailand or things of that nature. And a lot of them would get to the States and want more. Because over there, though, like over there, he's living a good life, right? Because they have a long game at the end of the day. It's a long game, right? They see a million American men, but they also see a lot of American men who eventually takes their sister or their mom or their aunt or their back to the States and give them what they might consider a better life. I think what we're really missing in MTR's message about the service and the whole combination of everything is these other countries understand how great our freedoms are that we don't respect today. Like, they're trying to get to the freedoms we have, so they're making the best out of their situation, but we're so blinded about our freedoms that we have and the luxuries we have that we just make it worse, right? We spend more, the economy goes up. The economy and all this stuff only goes up because we continue to spend. I always told people, I remember doing when I was in DC and everybody started talking about the first gas prices when COVID and all that stuff happened, everything went up. And I told everybody, I said, y'all know we can make the gas prices go down very quickly. They're like, what you mean? I said, just stop going to get gas, just stop driving. Don't go to work. We could shut down and change the whole world overnight. That's how powerful we are as people. And that's what we do when we go to another country. Like, if y'all watch his stuff, he's talking about Thailand prices, right? The prices are low for our American dollar, right? But what do most Americans do when something's cheap? You become more of a giver.
Yeah.
Oh, that smoothie only $2. I'm gonna tip you. I usually pay $15 in the States, so you'll give somebody a $10 equivalent tip. So they're actually making more by posing or positioning lower prices, right? Because this happens a lot overseas, like a lot. Like when I was in Korea, when you can get those replica jerseys and stuff for $20. So instead of buying one jersey, you'll go in the store and buy jerseys for your whole family and send them back home.
Yeah.
Well, you walked in for a jersey that was $20, but you went out of the store with $500 worth of jerseys. They made their day's worth. Like, so it's just a very unique mindset. But they are super sweet overseas. I'll give them that. Super sweet. They do treat you like you're an athlete or a celebrity. I think that's what a lot of men look for, just that catering aspect of the women that are over there. I think everybody in life wants to be served. So when you go to a first place that serves you, it just looks a little different. You know what I mean? So, but now I want to move off of that part about the women. I appreciate your information on that. The second thing I would like to talk about is him talking about like pretty much the stress levels that America brings onto us that makes us pretty much almost die fast. Stress, cholesterol, high blood pressure, try to keep up with the Joneses.
Levels,
yeah. So what is your thoughts about that?
I think in America we're so fast paced. We want everything now. And with the advances in technology and everything that we have here, we have too many options. A place like Thailand, they don't have that many options. They live a simplistic life. They don't. We see all these influencers and these big brands and these fast cars and luxury this, luxury that. We don't enjoy the simplicities of life. We could really be living great lives, but we're so concerned about keeping up with the Joneses. And I think over there in Thailand, they're not concerned about that. They go on about their day. And they're riding mopeds and they're walking and they don't have no street lights, no traffic lights or traffic lights, not street lights, but they're moving at their own pace over there. We have to be governed in a way, here. Not, and I'm not talking about government, but we got to be.
That's what speed limits do. A speed limit is a governing system.
It's a governing system. We have to be governed. So over there is different. You know, I'm not saying that they don't have government structure on that back end, judicial and all that, but everything we do over here is governed. They don't have that. From what I've seen, they don't have that in Thailand. They don't have like a governed system where they have traffic signals, and it just seems like their pace is slower than what we're used to seeing here. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they enjoy life more, the
they do.
simplicity of life.
They do.
You know?
But I think the biggest thing too is one of the things I notice overseas is that you know who your enemies are, and you don't have to worry about the people who are living around you. Like, for instance, right, South Korea and North Korea don't get along.
Mhm.
But you know what the North Koreans look like, you know where they are, and you know where the South Koreans, like, they're not crossing into each other's areas. Like in the States, you don't know what your enemy looks like no more, because they can look like your best friend and stab you in the back the next day. So it just looks so different. Like our enemy looks different here compared to theirs. Like, but yeah, I do want to ask this question because we are going to cover him a little bit more. Myself and Rain going to cover a lot of his content he recently dropped later this week. I think MTR is not coming back.
Just from the 2 videos I watched, he seemed so, and two, from the one that I watched, I've consumed his other content as well, because I do like his views on a lot of things that he's put out. But especially before he got where he is now, like money wise, he said he had a Nissan Altima and he was cool with it, you know. So he's a simplistic person. So he's in his element. You know, being over here in Atlanta, when he moved to Atlanta from New York, he's seen all these other options. So he's like, oh, let me get the car that he has now. Let me get that car. But he was cool with the Altima. He's cool in a plain t-shirt and some shorts and probably some just regular Nikes, and not, you know, overly expensive things. You have to, even though he's been exposed to the culture, exposed to brand names and labels and whatnot, that's not who he is. He's a simple person. And I think that he'll flourish mentally more over there than he will in Atlanta. Atlanta is probably suffocating him. And when he's yearning for that simplistic nature, you know, so I can appreciate that about him.
And Rain, I would like you to think about it from this standpoint too. I think MTR fell into a realm that a lot of people don't get to. Mm-hmm. Once you get wealth and you see that the world doesn't change, it looks different. You see what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's not just going to another country. He's going to another country where his pockets are longer because it's cheaper, less stress, and he doesn't have to keep up with nobody.
Nope.
Like, he has nothing to compare his day to but what he wants to compare his day to. And I think it's very unique that I always tell people, like, wealth doesn't change things. Wealth just shows you a little bit more. Just shows you a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, so I always tell people that all the time. It's like, wealth doesn't change those things, guys. You got to keep up with what's going on and what's going on in the times, man. So Rain, I'm gonna let you read these comments, and then we're gonna move on to the tea for the night.
Woo. Tristan said he's not wrong. However, it's the entire industry. If you're not spending a large amount of money, they take it out on you. I agree. Miles said there's also a stigma about New Yorkers. He should be used to it. Oh, yeah, definitely. Tristan said facts, Miles. Hey, Ruth said NYC folks have a rep of being rude and obnoxious. And Norma Jaquez, welcome in. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit like, make sure you share it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. She said, nope. All right, then, Norma. Miles said, people return the same energy given most times.
See that?
Tristan said, and that's why I think you should keep them in the environment culture that maintains the purest form of their femininity. Hey, Ruth said, a lot of U.S. servicemen from the Vietnam era stayed over there in Thailand and other Asian countries. Yeah.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm. Tristan said, economics 101. And too deep with the eyes. Hey, Ruth said, if everybody buy and rent scooters, mopeds, and bicycles. Yeah. And Too Deep said, prices are going up because the exposure over in Thailand.
That's what I said in 2D. That's why I said I would never move there if I had to move somewhere.
Trisha said, yeah, I remember the prices increased in the Philippines for a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Too Deep said, what's up, Tristan Lewis? Apologies for not saying sup. And Miles, you too. And Miles said that jersey was probably made in Asia. And Too Deep said, I lost so much weight in Thailand because I walked everywhere. Yeah. Tristan said, I think he should stay over there. Robot Eater, he's back.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah. He said, a loser here is a loser everywhere.
I wouldn't call him a loser, though. I don't know if you're talking about him.
No. Tristan said, no worries, In Too Deep. In Too Deep said, what's the name of the show? You referring to his show? I don't know for sure. It's his last 2 or 3 videos he just uploaded, if you're talking about MTR. Hey, Ruth said, wealth money is an amplifier.
Yeah.
Tristan said, I went back to St. Lucia from New York. It's just different.
Big facts, man. So shout out to y'all on the MTR. Like I said, me and Rain will be breaking that down later on this week. Tajay show.
I don't know. This show is called Same Roots, Different Soil.
Oh yeah, same roots, different soil.
Roots, different soil.
Just put it in the chat form, Rain. So we're gonna move on, y'all, to the main topic of tonight. Still falling under the culture under fire. If you guys have not been paying attention, Tukay and Jas have had a major beef about some things that were being said. We're going to play this tonight, and we're going to have a talk about this. I want to know how you all feel about what's actually going on with Jas and Tukay. I would love, especially from the men, to hear your guys' perspective on this. So we're going to let them talk a little bit, and we're going to give our opinions on it. So here we go.
All right.
What's going on?
A lot. Jas, I do not, and I absolutely do not appreciate the jacket that you have been putting on me. And I can't speak for philosophical, but I'm pretty sure he's not happy about that neither. All right. You got two combined lives for 7 hours, insinuating that we fucking pedos in every sense of the word, but you just didn't say the word. So how did you come to this thought and skip over all of the disclaimers that we literally got with us saying like we wouldn't do this, or you just doing a simple background check and understanding that we are not perverts? So this can't be aligned with what you were trying to paint for us.
So I think your disclaimers become null and void when you consistently try to rationalize the things that you guys are rationalizing. To say, well, I don't think it's right, but it should never be a but. And there were way too many buts for me. At the end of the day, underage girls being with significantly older men, adults, is extremely not okay. And all I heard was, well, there was a time and we used to always see it and they knew what they were doing. That was unacceptable to me. So regardless of what you disclaimed, if you have a but behind that disclaimer, it's null and void. So unfortunately, the things that came out of your mouth put that jacket on you because that's what it sounded like.
No, you don't sound like
Hold on one second. The way those words and that language landed on my ears and a lot of others was that of it sounded predatory. It sounded like it was making excuses for inappropriate behavior amongst adults and children. And I'm just not with that. So I said what I said. I gave my opinion. I never once called you or that other man anything.
You don't have to. You insinuated the whole time.
Listen. And y'all didn't have to say what y'all said.
Okay.
Unfortunately, y'all saying what y'all said is inferring certain things and landing a certain way to a lot of people.
Okay. So listen, let me help you understand what a podcast is, right? We are literally mining through the conversation. It's not about what the fuck Jas think or what 2K think, and that's law. No. That's not how the conversation wrote.
I never said what I said was wrong.
Yeah, you did. Let him reply. Your whole reason for going at me and him is because what you think Jas said is fucking law. That's the whole reason. Because, hey, But because you just painted me as a pedo for fucking 7 hours. If I wanted to be a pedo, I would have paperwork of touching little girls.
2K, I didn't paint you as anything, sweetheart. If that's how you took it, then hey, sometimes when you say certain things, that's what ends up happening. This is how you get received. What you said to me. You said fuck our disclaimers. That don't mean the disclaimers don't mean shit to Jazz. Right? Not when you have a butt behind them.
Telling you this isn't, we don't agree with this behavior. This isn't our behavior. Fuck that. All of that go out the window to Jazz, and the rest of it gets the stick.
Yes, because you spend too little time saying, well, I don't agree with it, but we need to be changing laws because it's not right when these things happen in this way. These little girls know what they're doing. We used to see it all the time. It was normalized. What's the big deal? No, fuck
that's
that.
what the disclaimer is for.
You spend more time trying to rationalize the bullshit and spend too much of a little time saying, well, that ain't me though. But no.
Jazz, that's what the disclaimer is for. Okay, listen, I do not agree with what Boston Richie did. That's the disclaimer. I don't have to say. That should be it. No, that's not it. We're trying to have a fucking conversation about the matter at hand. A big conversation that people don't have, and that's the reason it's continuing to have. You should have more smoke for the motherfuckers that's being silent about it.
So
you trying to punish us for talking about the bad guy, trying to warn y'all and bring awareness about the bad guy.
I'm sorry, y'all would.
You are
kind of the bad guy.
No. So listen. Okay, so this is what we were saying in this context, right? If the girl is 16 cosplaying as a grown woman, we should start, and she's in the club. We're not talking about the creepy ass niggas that's hanging out the high school. We talk about the grown woman that's at the 21+ year old club. We need to start holding her accountable as fucking well as her parents. All of this was said in the video. You crossed all over that to get back to the narrative that we agree with this behavior.
Well, when you say things like, we need to hold her accountable when the adult was fully aware that she was underage and still pursued her is unacceptable to me. And then after that incident with that young lady, he continues to reach out to 15-year-old girls. The guy's a fucking predator.
I didn't listen.
Hold on, Tukay.
And a minor in that situation is never at fault. I don't care how you spin it. Being in the club or not, yes. At that point, yes, go and hold them parents accountable. Go and hold them and make sure you got a better tie on your child. But even if that child is in an adult space and these adults know that that's a child, which Boston Richie did, which a lot of these men do, they still go and pursue and continue to pursue. It's unacceptable. I would never concede to any of it.
Bro, okay, so listen, did what you telling us, right? She don't know no better. Hold on, wait, no, I'm talking. She don't know no better when she is complicit. And when she's in the place, cosplaying as a grown woman, and she getting the money, and she trying to extort the nigga every time something go wrong. She don't know no better then, right? That's what you telling me? Because it's never a problem until he cheated.
You can't get extorted.
Let him explain,
Jazz. Extortion is extortion. It don't matter their age, okay?
You can't get.
Yes, you can.
Jazz, hold on. Look, I'm gonna put a time on y'all.
No, bro, hold on.
You gotta let him explain now.
Jazz, listen, bro. I'm tired of us going back and forth. We just have to recognize that our community has fast-ass little girls. And that some of these times, it's not always a motherfucking nigga who out here seeking these young girls. If you in a spot full of grown men dressed like a grown woman, that's a problem. Do you not think that?
Oh my God. Listen, what I think is that the adult is always the more mature, responsible one. So even if there are underage girls around you, use your grown-ass discernment to make better decisions and not allow some 16-year-old to fucking trick you. She can't cosplay that hard. Are you asking the right questions? Are you making sure you setting boundaries off the bat? Or are you just thinking with your lust and your dick and drawing off of her body and saying, well, she was in the club with me and she had that little dress on. I was just so confused. You're the leaders of society.
My G.
You should know how to move. You should know how to move in all spaces. But when it comes to women, you get all confused and all soft and putty and shit like that. At the end of the fucking day, it is always up to the adults. I'm not saying that it is okay. It's never okay for a child to be in it, but we're not even, these girls being in clubs is just one fucking example. One example. These things are happening more so outside of the clubs because 16-year-olds are not at the club in abundance. Does it happen? But that is not the majority of 16-year-old teenage girls. It is not. But at the same time, a lot of 16-year-old teenage girls end up dealing with grown-ass men without having to meet them at the club. So as a grown-ass adult, whether you're a man or a woman, you're supposed to have the knowledge and understanding and the discernment to leave kids the fuck alone. If a kid is
okay, let him respond.
See, okay, you giving us all these motherfucking intangibles to try to figure out a fucking answer, right? Listen, time out. If I'm at a spot. Listen, that's the problem right there. You don't care because it don't fit your fucking narrative. If I am at a 21, if I am at an 18 plus spot, a 21-year-old plus spot, I don't need to have fucking discernment about the people that's supposed to be here. That's a little girl putting herself in a grown person's position. When I'm at the spot and I'm trying to knock something down for one night, I don't give a fuck what her name is. Everyone here supposed to be 21.
You keep talking about this fucking club, Tukay. I'm talking about the inappropriate, because y'all also say old ass niggas was picking up girls at the high school.
That's a fact.
Okay, so it's not just about being in no fucking club. Fuck the club. Even when you're at the club, there is something that gives an inkling that the girl that you are finding attractive may be super young. There's something, because you're an adult. You're an adult. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that y'all just so dumb and can't tell when it's a young girl.
Okay, so here we go.
Adult space, trying to be grown.
So this girl right here came on the Shade Street, right? And
this girl right here, she was at the crib for down there 8 hours. You can't tell. She got everything that a fucking grown woman would have on: makeup, nails, weave, all of the above. They pull up in a fucking car. If the girl didn't slip up and her friend didn't slip up and say her fucking age, you will be calling him a pervert too. That's not in the club.
So we're going to stop there because we actually have that video that I want to show y'all before we discuss the rest of this topic. And shout out to Classic. We'll be in this shortly. If y'all can be able to go over there and tune in to Classic. He's doing the live fight. So we're going to play this real quick and get our discussion going. So here we go.
Get out.
Stop doing that. I'm a woman.
You got homework to do. Get out. Hey, open my door. Open this door. On me. You Captain Save a hoe. Go with her.
Okay.
Yeah. You good? You trying to save this man? Come on, bro. You don't know this bitch.
You're not gonna, even if
she's not fucking you,
bro, you're not gonna leave.
Who gives a fuck, nigga? Tell her call her mama her daddy, nigga.
No, that's not
straight
cool,
up.
Bro.
No, it is cool, nigga, because she lied about her age and she put us in a position to get in trouble. Fuck that. She gotta go.
Let her call an Uber.
This COB over here, my nigga.
Give a fuck, nigga.
Tripping, man.
Fuck that. I'm a woman. Bitch, you a kid. Bitch, you a jit.
Okay, that's cool.
Call your mama or your daddy to pick you up. We ain't playing that fuck shit, bro. The bitch lied about her age, nigga. She gotta go. You got school tomorrow, homework, and tutoring. Bitch, get out. Get out. Open this shit up. I don't give a fuck about your birthday. Fuck your birthday. Bitch, what's your turn? 17? Get out. She gotta go.
Nigga, stop.
She gotta go. No.
Stop, bro.
Tell her beat the traffic. Go.
No.
Go ahead. Go to Wawa. Walk to Wawa. Go ahead. Eat the grass.
No.
Go walk with her, nigga.
No.
No, we're straight up, man. You Captain Save a hoe. I don't give a fuck about her.
Fuck her Instagram, nigga.
Fuck about her Instagram.
She ain't got no
You're not
ID.
gonna just kick her out and leave
She
her
don't
on
want to
the
give
road.
the ID. She gotta go, nigga.
I don't give a fuck.
Then go with her, nigga.
No, nigga.
Go with her, nigga.
No.
She don't want to give her age. She put us in a fucking position, bro.
But you're not gonna
Tell her
talk
to fix it out.
bro, nigga.
I am.
No, you're
And
not.
is. And is.
Look, calm down.
I don't give a fuck.
She's 21.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck
is
that.
her on her
Why she want to
birthday.
say her age then?
Let me see.
She a liar and she want to hide shit, so she gotta go. So hide your ass in these bushes, bitch. Get out. Hide your ass in these motherfucking
Did you
bushes.
say 21?
So we're gonna stop it there just so it won't get flagged with all the profanity. But as y'all see there, you got two topics going on, right? And I thought that was a great example that 2K was gonna use to show Jas the difference between, like, there's people who can be in certain arenas that they shouldn't be in. But that gentleman made the right decision. Like, stop the bus, let's get her off of here. She about to get us in trouble. But we want to talk about, we'll probably talk about this on No Middleman. I want to talk about Jas. Yeah, I want to talk about Jas and 2K. So Jas took a conversation, and Rain would know more than me. So I'm gonna let you, because you know more of, like, was Jas on a panel with them? Like, how did it all happen?
So Philosophical was on a panel. Well, Philosophical and I think this other creator named Lucky was on a panel with, or was on the DPMO show with 2K. The topic came up about underage girls or men dating underage girls, girls not of consent. That's where it came. And there was some back and forth, some things said by Philosophical, and I'm not gonna repeat that and go into that. That I agreed with. I agree with 2K on a lot of this as well. They were having a conversation about it, and then Jas came in and just put that jacket on 2K as him and Philosophical being a PDF. And that's not the case. They were having conversation about the topic. They never said that. He never, and the insinuation, that's the word that needs to be used here. Jas insinuated the fact that, or that their conversation was PDF influenced, and it wasn't. 2K was speaking facts. There are young girls who do date older guys. And when I went to prom myself, a soldier came and picked me up prom night and took me back to the house. A grown man, my senior prom. So I myself dated grown men. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was not even out of high school yet, I was 18, but I wasn't even out of high school yet. And yes, there are men who I don't think there are men out there who are predators, who do date younger women, who do look for the young. Yes, you have those men. There are men out there that do that, okay? Foolish men out there that do that. But yes, you do have these young girls in these grown folk spaces who portray themselves as 21 and up, who wear the clothes, wear the makeup, of grown women. And no, you cannot tell. You can't tell. So the conversation that 2K was having was like, hey, this happens. And Jas wasn't accepting of that. And I feel that that's where Jas was wrong. She has tunnel vision, and she saw it one way and she didn't see both sides of the story. But it was wrong in her to paint that picture in the light that she has. I feel so.
So I'm gonna pose questions, right?
Go ahead.
So do people not have the right to respond or comment on content that you create?
They do. It's out for the masses.
So once somebody responds to content or information that you create and they pose their own opinion,
okay,
why do we concern ourselves with that person's opinion if we know that's not who we are?
Because I would have to continue to defend myself, because it's in a different light. It's in a negative light.
So, but do you feel like you have to defend yourself, or are you just assuming that you have to offend yourself?
Defend because her insinuation is wrong. Her opinion is her opinion, but an opinion is different than an insinuation.
But what makes the insinuation worse? You reacting to her insinuation, or you just letting it go?
I would have, if I were in this situation and if something was insinuated about me, painted negatively, I would come on, say what I gotta say, and then be done with it. I wouldn't continue to roll with it.
Gotcha. He said Jas is viewing this from a feminist lens, though.
Mm-hmm.
Into Deep said Jas is wrong for sure, and this is dangerous, but 2K allowed her platform to speak. So I think Into Deep is like tracking what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that Jas is right.
Of course,
and shout out to 2K. I thought it was dope for him to protect his name, because I do understand how that could fall on deaf ears.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? That's what I think those terminologies come from. Like, that's gonna fall on deaf, like him trying to defend himself could possibly fall on deaf ears, right? And now people just running with this narrative of who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I think sometimes we have to understand why certain people are even coming to our platforms. Because that's what I follow from this. Jas has never been the type of person who I would want to have on my platform, because I know what she's going to spin the narrative to be if it's something about females, etc.
Mm.
Like we have, like, I don't understand the content world. Like, why do you think a person's going to be different on your platform if they have showed you their character throughout everyone else's platform? Like, what makes you think that you can humble the personality of this person because they're on your platform now? Like, we all watch Jas night after night on Anton's show, night after night.
Yeah.
And he brought her on. It didn't matter what she went on. She's been Jas. So why would you want to even bring that person onto your platform? You see what I mean?
Yeah. They platform her to have an opposing chaotic show for views.
Yeah, like so, like
over everything.
Yeah, like, and that's why I try to explain to people is that, like, in this space, you have to ride with the good or bad. You, like, even though 2K did a great job defending himself, that still doesn't matter. That day he defended himself against Jas, great. But there's still thousands of people who watched her content who agree with her perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Once people have already agreed with the perspective, it no longer matters. Right? Like, everybody wants to see the Epstein files now, right? Because everybody has a perceived notion of what happened on the island.
Yeah.
Some people have proof, some people don't. But everybody wants to know now because that's what they've been told. And this is why I always say that you have to be very, very cautious and very, very aware of who you have on your content. That's why I always tell people I'm okay with the slow trickle. Yeah. I'm okay with an additional 30,000. I mean, an additional 30 people a month subscribing compared to 3,000 a month. Because I'm not gonna go chase down people who can eventually flip on me, and now I have to defend every word I said around them. And I think this is what this is what No Middleman has been talking about since the Modern Flex.
Yeah.
Of understanding that some people take content and it's content over everything. It's content over everything. Jas got a nice taste of that money when that Anton stuff happened, and we don't know what people probably did, right? We know I'm just insinuating like she was, right? I'm insinuating at this point. Like, she probably stopped what she was doing or something. Like, we don't know how people's life were adjusted. It's like that fiend chasing that high. Now I gotta get that 30,000 views.
Yeah.
I got it, and it changed my last month. It changed March for me. It changed March for me. I got the check looked different from Google Ads. It's like, and I tell people, that's why I tell people, man, in this content space, I try to really, really warn everybody. The slow trickle is the most consistent thing you're gonna get. Like, slow trickle. Get people who really lock in with you. I don't care if you got to talk to the same 6 people every night. And I'm gonna tell y'all, even with us on No Middleman and this show, we're getting 2,000 to 3,000 views now.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking to the same 10 to 15 people, which is fine. Because some people are coming in just so they can see if they can spin the narrative. Everybody's not viewing for viewing pleasure. Like, most people are viewing to turn around the narrative.
Yeah.
And you seen Jas she stood 10 toes down on her opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing,
and always does. When her mind is made up, her mind is not being changed. Yeah.
So even him standing up for his name changed nothing but made him feel better about what he said about himself.
Oh, yeah.
So I just think it's something you gotta watch, man. And I would tell men this too. Because 2K said you shouldn't have to have this. Well, you shouldn't have to lead in with discernment if you're at a club. I think men should lead in with discernment no matter where you are. Let me say that: workplace, everything. Like, we got to protect ourselves, men, at all costs. We are living in a society today where the downfall of men is like a win.
Yeah.
For real, for real. Like, be careful. Have discernment everywhere you go. Have discernment everywhere you go. He said, facts, as long as she puts that out there, the feminists have something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, her people who rock with her are going to have her view, period. He said, you can't also expect people to run a panel as productive as RSC. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. We try, man. We try, man. We try to bring a good product, man. We try to make sure that your time is worth it for sure. He said, show soft ranks and love, hit that fan button and lock in. Yes.
Yeah, the ones that like TikTok.
And she'll be collaborating with this video. So y'all make sure when y'all come in, if you watch it on the rewatch, that you follow and subscribe to her channel. We're trying to get her over 500 subscribers. Rain gonna do the slow trickle too. We're gonna keep an eye on her. We're gonna keep an eye on our first lady. He said your moms will protect you, and we got scope. Yeah. Big facts. Trisha said facts. Even if she's not underage, she could try to set you up for a false claim of
Yes,
definitely agree.
Gentlemen, y'all have to have that discernment out there. Really, for real.
Miles said he got to see a couple grades. Miles, that's why I be telling these women, stop dyeing y'all hair. Let them grades come in. Let these men know how old you is. hey. But Miles, some of these young and stressed, they get grades early now.
They do.
So, but yeah, shout out to 2K, man. Shout out to 2K, man. I thought it was super dope that he protected his name. I get it. With that being said, and Ilsophical, I never seen him say anything disrespectful or nothing rude, man. So shout out to Il as well. And we used him for a couple of our content a while back. So shout out to Il, man. But I would say content over everything, and the internet is no longer that safe place where you can put things out without truly explaining the whole way through.
Oh yeah.
One false statement it's a wrap. Yeah, and y'all make sure y'all go support that glamour and see. We ain't supporting Sea Breezes. We support the Glamour Fund. It's open to cash out for Soft Rain. Y'all make sure y'all hit her up on Soft Rain at that cash out. Sea Breezy we ain't worried about Sea Breezy no more. Sko said just because she has gray hair doesn't mean she's an older woman. Yeah, I was just They be stressed out now, man. They be stressed out. For sure, man. You got anything else on this topic? Like, I'm sure we're gonna probably end up hitting this again at some point.
Yeah, we'll hit it again. It's just the insinuation that put that out there over whatever content that whatever segment that she watched. She may not have even seen the whole segment or got the whole gist of the conversation. I'm insinuating that she didn't get the whole gist of the conversation. So it's easily to do, but putting that out there like that just it's tough. And my hat's off to 2K because he crashed, but he did it.
Yeah, he had. I mean,
it's warranted, It's
warranted. It's warranted. It's warranted.
Protect himself, yeah.
I mean, if that's what he felt like he did, you see what I mean? That's all this. We're just insinuating because at the end of the day, like I said, there's going to be people who believe differently. So that's why I say just be very careful. I think some conversations aren't meant for everybody. Be careful of who you bring on your platforms. Not everybody is in it for the right reason. So just be very, very careful. He said that 10 with grades is tragic. Trish said it was a test. He said it was a test to define my niche, and I got it now. Yeah, Into Deep got some great content. I hope to work with them very soon in the future, man. Great content. For y'all who didn't catch it, make sure y'all go Into Deep. Drop your video of responding to our thing in the Discord. In the Discord,
he's got a couple of pages.
Yeah, he got too many. I seen him wilded out on TikTok today too. But shout out to everybody, man. Make sure if you're catching this on the rewatch that you leave a comment, say something. Make sure you tap in on the comments. I'm sure we'll be cutting and dicing this up for some shorts later on tonight or early tomorrow. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let Rain get our outro. And I got a song made especially for tonight's show. So y'all got to really pay attention to the lyrics. So once Rain done with the outro, I'll play the song that was directly made for tonight's show.
All right, y'all. That's another conversation from same soil, different roots, different perspectives, different life experiences, but all rooted in something real. From me, Soft Rain, and for Souls of Thought, we appreciate everybody who pulled up tonight, share their perspective, and allowed space for honest conversation. Whether you agreed, disagreed, or somewhere in between, the goal wasn't to never talk over each other. It was to understand each other a little better. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're catching this on the rewatch, share it with somebody, and keep the conversation going in the comments because we do talk back. And remember, even when we come from the same soil, our roots can still grow differently. So good night, everybody. See what this song's about.
Same root, different soil. Same root, different soil. Still we grow through the rain. Everybody got a story. Everybody got some pain. One clip, one moment. Now the whole world got a name. We stopped trying to understand and started looking for blame. Same root, different soil. Why we fighting over views, trying to win every argument, while the truth is getting bruised. If love is still the question, why we judging every choice? Maybe less noise in the comments, more listening into the voice. Brain say, slow down, let the conversation breathe. Every headline got a shadow, every person got a need. People hear a preference, then they turn it to a war. Never asking what was meant, just attacking what they saw. From Alabama roots, watching culture split apart. Everybody got opinions, few are leading with the heart. If we're searching for connection while we building higher walls, how can healing never happen if accountability falls? Same root, different soil, still we grow through the rain. Everybody got a story, everybody got some pain. MTR said what he lived, others challenge what he claimed. Now the whole world picking sides before the facts get explained. Same root, different soil, different road, same sky. Maybe context got buried while assumptions multiply. Souls from Louisiana, 20 years around the globe. Seen culture, seen perspective, seen the weight that people hold. Mental health taught me something, what you hear ain't always true. Sometimes people hear their wounds before they hear the point from you. A preference is prejudice, that's a question worth the talk. But social media running marathons before we even walk. Everybody wants a verdict, everybody wants a side. Few are willing to sit down and understand the why. Tukay spoke, Jas responded. Tension filled the room, but maybe growth comes from discussion, not assuming doom. What happened to the dialogue? What happened to the grace? What happened to hearing people out before we put them in a place? Different cultures, different stories, different paths that people choose. But if understanding disappears, then everybody lose. Same root, different soil. That's the lesson of the night. You can challenge someone's view and still respect their right. Before the labels, before the outrage, before another fight. Maybe understanding somebody is the real cultural height. Same root, different soil. Let the conversation grow, cause the loudest voices online ain't always what we know. And the question still remains, when the cameras stop the show, are we learning who people are, or just judging what they show? Same root, different soil.
You heard it there. You heard it there with the soundtrack for the night, man. Make sure that you don't judge before you hear others speak. Make sure you listen to everything that's being said before you judge someone's character. We shout out to everybody who has joined us tonight. He said, I like that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna try to have a song to outro every show, man. Rain, AT&T is doing AT&T things, so we're gonna let Rain fall back. But we appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all go over to Classic Codes live fight. He should be live on Classic Codes and Classic Codes Sports. Make sure y'all tap in with our boy Classic Codes with the live fight tonight. We appreciate everybody who has tuned in with us tonight, and we will be back next week with same soil, different roots, and we are out, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a blessed night.
2 chairs, 1 room, but a lifetime between. Same dirt on our shoes, different paths we've seen. Louisiana nights, Alabama breeze. Stories in our blood carry through the trees. You adjust your crown, I steady my gaze. Both been through fire, just in different ways. Truth sitting heavy in the